Hello and welcome to World Traveler Cooking, where we cover interesting foods and interesting cuisines from around the world. Today, Kuku Sabzi. Now this is also traditionally a Nowruz dish from Iran, but of course it is also something which can be eaten other times as well. And it's sort of just basically a vegetable omelette kind of dish. So, this is something I've had once or twice. It's really good, and I'm excited to share with you this today. Our ingredients are fairly simple. We have between 300 and 500 grams. I know that's a big range, but that's going through a bunch of different sources that I've found online, of a mixture of sort of the sabzi herbs. So cilantro, dill, parsley, green onion. Some people also add shallots, garlic leaves, and in Iran usually they add fenugreek, but I can't get that here, so I'm leaving that out. We also have 3 eggs. See, a lot of veggies for the eggs. Olive oil. I have a little bit of barberry here. These are a bit oxidized, so they're black. They should be red. We'll add a little bit of walnuts, some salt, some pepper, and some turmeric. And that's all we're going to add. Some other people add cinnamon, a few other spices, cardamom, that sort of thing. But I'm working off of a specific Persian language recipe today. So, next up, I will be cleaning my green onions and chopping all of the herbs really fine. And then we'll go ahead and get sautéing. So, most of the recipes here suggest a fairly high heat, so I don't think olive oil is the right one for this. So I'm going to just add a little bit of liquid vegetable oil to my wok. And once it's hot, we're going to stir fry these veggies until they are starting to brown a little bit under a high heat. Now, some people prefer to really darken this and brown it. Then you'll get an almost black product. Otherwise, just as soon as you first see the first hints of brown, let's just take this off the heat. And we're going to set this aside to cool. In the meantime, we'll prepare our eggs. It's very important to cool this, though, because if you add it hot to the eggs, then it will cook the eggs, and then you'll have a problem. To our 3 eggs, we will add our seasoning, so about a teaspoon of salt, I think. And I'm just going to eyeball. Maybe, because the recipes I see usually don't have a specific amount of turmeric, so I'm going to add a teaspoon, approximately. And a generous amount of black pepper. So, I like to do fresh ground, but you could use like maybe half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of pre-ground. And that's all looking good. So now we mix our eggs until they're nice and smooth. I'm just going to basically beat them for a bit. And then after that, I will add the barberry and the maple. No, sorry, the walnut. So, in go the walnuts. Sorry about that. And in go the barberries. It's good if they've been soaked at this point, because otherwise they may get a little bit hard. And normally they would be red, but I've had them around for a little while, and so they've darkened. So now we're just going to stir this in a little bit, and we'll be back as soon as the veggies are cool enough. So now that these are only mildly warm, no longer too hot for the eggs, I'm going to mix all of this together. And you'll see that the eggs aren't really enough to do more than just coat the veggies, which is really why it's important to make sure that we don't have the veggies too hot at that point. Adding a little more olive oil and sliding this back in so we get it all in one nice big piece. And we'll let that cook for a couple minutes and then we'll be done. And now for the taste test. Just going to take a piece of this and This is delicious. It's mostly a vegetable dish. And the vegetables are sort of compact within the omelette. Occasionally you get a tangy bite from the barberry, but otherwise it's just delightful. In fact, I mean, that tang is also part of what makes it delightful. This is a symphony of flavors, symphony of textures. It's delicious, and definitely you should make it. Now, if you like this content and you'd like to see more of it, please like, share, and subscribe. If you have anything to say about this, love to hear from you in the comments. Recipes in the description. Bon appetit, and see you next week.